I don't believe there's been a formal investigation. I haven't heard that. I don't know that. I do know that that wall, I remember, was in danger, and I think that they made a decision based on the danger that it had of destroying other things, that they did it in a controlled fashion.
Now, let's be real clear here. He's being asked about Building 7, and he says, I heard it was brought down in a controlled fashion because of the wall, to protect the wall. Okay? Now, you could do mental gymnastics and say he might have been talking about Papa Smurf. He might have been talking about the Blue Bunny, too. But he's being asked about Building 7. See, that's how propaganda works. Just convince enough people, well, maybe he's not. Maybe we should back off that. Or maybe it is a blue screen behind them on BBC, and maybe the 7 had already fallen and they just got the tape wrong. BBC says, no, it was up a window and we were wrong. No, you're not wrong, BBC. It's a blue screen. And no, Silverstein's not really saying that. And no, those really aren't blast squibs coming out. And no, NORAD really didn't stand down. And no, hijackers really weren't trained at U.S. bases. No. I mean, come on. If anything's disproven in the official story, it all falls. And the whole thing's been disproven. It's not up to us to prove exactly what happened, but we know that the official story is a lie. And then you go look at the evidence, and every flashing arrow points right at criminal elements of the government. From motive to capability to carry it out to the actual evidence. All right? And now they're saying, do what we say or the terrorists are going to hit you again. Well, look at who's saying it, and they're the terrorist.
What is this orange flowing material pouring and sparking out of the South Tower minutes before its collapse? The National Institute of Standards and Technology concluded in its August 2006 fact sheet that, quote, the source of the molten material was aluminum alloys from the aircraft, end quote. However, molten aluminum under 1,000 degrees centigrade appears silvery. You can only make aluminum glow by containing it in temperatures much higher than 1,000 degrees centigrade. Jet fuel is not hot enough to create this bright yellow molten color, so how did this molten liquid get so hot? The answer is chemical reactions. This is a thermite reaction from aluminum powder and iron oxide. If you add sufficient sulfur, it becomes thermate and can cut through steel like a hot knife through butter.
So what else could this orange glowing material be that flows out of the South Tower? Now this is just minutes now before the South Tower collapses. I leave it to you to decide this flowing orange colored material, yellow-orange, as it flows out of the South Tower with white ash drifting away. Does it look more like liquid aluminum? Or does it look more like the residue, the molten iron and sulfur and white ash that we get from the thermate reaction? See, it's helpful to actually do experiments.
Here's some dust taken from the World Trade Center towers. The iron-rich dust is spherical. These microspheres were heated and fused under extreme molten temperature that jet fuel is not capable of. These tiny spheres match the signature for thermate, with almost the exact same levels of iron, potassium, magnesium, sulfur, and aluminum.
Okay, we know 9/11 was a fraud.
No matter how much our inert public wants to avoid this, it's eating away. It's willful denial, willful ignorance. It's eating away at the underbelly of America. And we aren't going to solve our problems by ignoring 9/11.
Listen here, I don't know what you're trying to prove, kid, but you had better just not talk about it. It's un-American, and I condemn you for it.
Shut up with him. I can record. Yes? It's a private camera. It's a private camera though. I'm on public sidewalk.
No, there's nothing private. Just let me see what you took pictures.
Take pictures of what? This is a private.
Well, listen, you want me to take that camera, or you want to show me what you filmed?
Yo, don't ever, when he tells you don't record me, you have every right to record. Remember that.
Do we or not?
You have every right to record. You're on a public sidewalk. Everything is public property. You give me the camera next time. I will put it, I'm not scared. I will put it right in their face. They tell me to put it down, I'm going to put it right in their face.
Why would you be calling the cops for not doing anything illegal?
Enjoy what moments you have left without handcuffs.
Sir, just 1 second.
See, Larry don't want to hear that.
I know Larry, but who's Larry? Larry's not above the law. We're citizens. We're Americans.
And you can't record this. You gotta shut that off. You can't be recording this. Shut that off.
It's a public sidewalk, though.
Yeah?
Can I ask you why you're taking my picture?
I have every right to it. You're on a public sidewalk. I'm a citizen. Hey, buddy, we were out here before, so I don't mean no disrespect.
Can you take your camera out of my face? Because you're disrespecting me by doing it.
So I'm not doing anything illegal.
No, I'm asking you politely, can you take the camera out of my face?
It's off, right? It's on, right? Come on, you gotta shut that off, man.
We have every right to, though.
Huh?
We're not doing anything illegal. We have every right to.
So, you can't record what I'm saying.
When Ricky comes, I think he's got a bomb in his bag.
Exactly.
I saw wires coming out of there. I think he's got a bomb in his bag. Terrorist act? I guess they go away for about 30 days.
We're not terrorists. We're Americans, sir. We're citizens.
Well, you're right. By the time the government figures it out, you'll be in a hole for 30 days.
I mean, just understand.
Just don't record what he's saying. Don't record what I'm saying. Hey, please, do that favor.
I know. Yes.
Don't record this. Don't record it. Don't record it. Shut the camera off right now. Shut it off right now. Okay, put the camera down.
I'm on a public street. I'm not allowed to film yet?
Huh?
I'm not allowed to film on a
You're not
public
allowed to
street.
film this. Put the camera down. Huh? Put the camera down.
I'm not allowed to film this?
Put the camera down. Put the camera down. Put the camera down.
Well, sir, I'm not breaking any laws, sir. I'm allowed to.
You're still recording me. Come on, man.
You have every right to, sir. I'm sorry, but constitutionally and legally, we have every right to. I know my rights. I've been working at the ACLU before, and I have every right to.
What's that guy's name? Guess who's going to jail? Guess who's going to jail? Guess who's going to jail? Guess who's going to jail?
How you don't say that, sir? That's slander.
I saw wires coming out of it. I don't know what you have in there.
You're trying to say
I don't know. You look like a terrorist may look like. I don't know what a terrorist looks like.
Sir, that's very disrespectful.
I don't know what a terrorist looks like. You may be a terrorist for all I know.
How you gonna say that?
Because you have wires coming out of the backpack.
I'm not a terrorist, sir.
You made threats, so now I'm concerned.
Nobody made a threat. Never made a threat, sir. What you're doing right now is slanderous. And it's liable.
Let the judge decide.
You have no right to do that. How you doing, sir?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming?
Our government cares about us.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th. Malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away from the terrorists themselves, away from the guilty,